We are live and we are back on Amazon Live. I'm so glad that you guys are still with me. Hopefully Rosalinda's still here. And I want to introduce this lovely woman who I just met recently. You know how sometimes like you put yourself out there and then God meets you right where you're at. He brings the right people along because you are allowing, like Julian said. So I was on Clubhouse. I think I was speaking on a stage, and this lady reached out to me and said, I want to decorate your new studio and your show. And I said, that would be amazing. Nobody ever does that. And so I just want to introduce my special guest from House of Cindy, her own company in LA, downtown LA, where she makes all of these pillows, everything that you see here, all the candles, everything. She brought everything, all the behind the scenes stuff. But these pillows are so beautiful. And you said they're sustainable material, they're eco-friendly. Tell us all about your pillows. I want to know how you started the company. I want to know everything about you. Who is Cindy Ciskowski? Tell me right now.
I've been in this industry for a really long time, in the home furnishings industry for about 25 years. Ooh. And so my strategy, I say, is to never give up.
Never. I'm going to fix your.
To really just to stay in the game and to never give up. Thank you so much. See, like that's an example of the feminine helping the feminine out. Right. I've been in the industry for 25 years, so I took a couple years off, and then I was at one of our wholesale trade shows, and I walked around in all the different showrooms, and everywhere I saw dead animals. I saw hides, I saw shells in boxes, I saw butterflies in boxes, and I could see like how much like human beings really relate with animals, and we use power animals in our life. But I just was like, we need to have a sustainable, eco-friendly, vegan, cruelty-free home furnishings company.
So you have all that.
Yeah, so I have all of that that I've incorporated in the brand. And we manufacture everything here in LA. And what's great about that is we don't have to. There's such an amazing community here in LA because we have an incredible fashion industry. And because of that, we have all these resources that are around us. And I realized that at a certain point because I was traveling the world. I was going to China and Morocco.
So you get all of the materials.
So I source vintage textiles from around the world. And so I would go textile hunting. And I'd go out into the world.
Though. Oh, that's a show.
Yeah. So much fun. Yeah. So much fun. And there's so much beauty. And so really what I do is I sort of like bring cultures together through the love of textiles. Because textiles are really so deeply rooted in so many different cultures around the world. Like Guatemala is still really is weaving, hand weaving.
Ooh, Africa does some beautiful materials.
Yes, so many countries around the world are still weaving fabrics. And it's still very much part of the culture. So when I was 7 years old, my grandmother taught me how to sew.
That's where it starts.
Yes.
I love it.
And it's so important, like the feminine teaching the feminine.
I love it. Grandma, what was your grandma's name?
Her name was Adeline.
Adeline, I love that name.
Such a beautiful name, so feminine, and she was incredibly feminine. She was really the first original Martha Stewart. Like she had a rose garden. Right. She taught me how to sew. She did ceramics. She cooked. She just did everything. She really was. Like I say, I'm a third generation creator because my father also inherited his creative genius from her. So I can see like the lineage through our family. And so my father, he built a boat. And when I was 4, we sailed to Hawaii.
He built a boat. You'd like the way she just flowed right through that. My father built a boat and then we went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
What did he build the boat out of?
So he built it out of wood in our backyard in San Diego, a trimaran, a 32-foot trimaran. This was like 1968.
Okay, but it's wood, so obviously there has to be something to treat the wood and stuff, right? Because you can't have that in water.
So you cover the wood with fiberglass.
Got it.
So fiberglass. So it's a wooden hull covered with fiberglass. That's how all wooden boats are built or created, or I don't know, whatever. So anyways, so I come from this incredible lineage of creators. And so I really feel like I inherited that. And my mom says I grew up, instead of in a sandbox, I grew up in my dad's sawdust pile.
Nice.
Because I would always just go and hang out with him. I just wanted to hang out and be with him in his workroom while he was creating and building and doing things. So
do you have any pictures of you as a little girl in the sawdust or where your dad built stuff, looking at your dad.
No.
I love those pictures.
I know, those pictures are amazing. No, I have other pictures with him, like he's, like the whole of the boat is behind us and he's holding me and I'm like literally 2 years old or something.
Cool.
But just so that adventurous spirit, and like like I really was so impacted, I think, looking back by him and his ability to be so free with his creativity and create everything he ever wanted in his life. He took it to the next level.
Oh my gosh.
Like he didn't just buy the boat, he built the boat and then he sailed it. And then, and it's just like 1969, so there was no GPS. So how he got to Hawaii is he went and he took a sextant and did a sunshot every day. And in 20 days, we arrived in Hawaii.
Wait, excuse me, Gilligan's Island.
I know.
That's what's coming to my head. Isn't that the thing they shot up to get rescued? What is it called?
I don't know. Oh, a flare? Like a flare?
Yeah, like a flare.
Yeah, a flare.
It's like Gilligan's Island. We're just reliving Gilligan's Island right now. I love it.
I know. So I was born into this adventurous, like, father family.
Oh my gosh,
and then my mother's a painter. And so it's just sort of like on both sides of my family. So because of that, my creativity was supported and recognized by my family.
That is so, what you're saying right now is, it almost makes me a little bit emotional, but I don't want to cry because my eyelashes will fall off. But I will say, I think it's so important for kids, even at that age, they say from 1 to 6 is the most pivotal time in a person's life.
Absolutely.
From 1 to 6. And if a parent is constantly, and Tim Story says this the best, and it's actually in his book, and he said this when he was on Oprah Winfrey on Super Soul Sunday, that so many times parents are shutting their kids down. They're shutting their kids down. It's too loud. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And a lot of it is just a reflection of themselves. They're projecting stuff onto their kids. When you're telling me right now, I watched my dad build a boat. I watched my mom paint. I watched my grandmother make textiles and sewing and things. Immediately you were inspired by that. Nobody was saying, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. And I'm saying this to the parents out there. Kids need to know that it's okay to be creative, no matter what it is. Because I think a lot of times, just so that we're comfortable as parents, we try to put kids into a little box that makes us comfortable. So I love what you're saying right now, that they just allowed you to be you and to be creative and to be inspired by who they were.
And they showed me how to create. Like, not even did they just let me be, but they inspired it. They fanned my flames of creativity. And so, like, that's the great thing about a grandparent. I mean, I think that's the gift that a grandparent can really give a grandchild, is it's not the parent schooling them and telling them no and this and that, but the grandparent gets to really play with children and really give their gifts down to that next generation.
There's a freedom with grandparents.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you have this incredible company. And listen, thank you to Clubhouse. I have to say, I know we're on Amazon,
I know.
but thank you to Clubhouse, because I've met so many incredible people, Julian, you, but I've been on there for 2 years, and you heard me yesterday or 2 days ago. And you said, I want to help support you, and then you showed up in a van, a white unnamed van, which is dangerous. Don't ever go in. No, I'm kidding.
I know.
Unmarked. No, I'm kidding.
I was telling Jennifer yesterday, like, we should really get some House of Cindy medallions, because we have our medallion logo here, right?
Of course.
So like, we should really put our medallion. I know, that's what I'm saying. When you wrap the van,
you gotta wrap the van, because the unmarked white van. Ooh, girl.
I know.
So,
and this town is scary.
This town is very scary. So you came through, and you were in your van. You brought Jennifer, your assistant, with you, who's with us right now too. And we'll maybe say hi to Jennifer as well. And you brought everything out. You brought the poof. You brought the pillow. All these pillows are yours. The beautiful blanket, the stuff that you see in the background, the feathers. And you just came in. And by the way, she's doing all this complimentary, which I appreciate, because we don't have a budget yet. And I'm just putting it out there. We don't have a budget yet. But I know that when you put yourself out there and you allow, I'm always going to take that from Julian saying that God meets you right where you are. I'm a pastor's kid, so I'm always going to preach a little bit.
Right.
But thank you. All that to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And thank you for being open to receiving.
Aww.
Yeah, because that's what the feminine does. The feminine is receptive.
Yeah.
And so when two women are receptive to each other, it's like we can really build each other up. And it's so amazing that that's the power of the feminine.
Yeah, and by the way, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Because you could have come in your jeans and your t-shirt, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but like from head to toe, from the earrings to the pearls you're just so classy.
Thank you.
Like your hair, all of it. You're so beautiful. And Jennifer, her assistant, so beautiful. I love when women are like in their feminine and like they're just classic.
Yeah.
And what can I do to support you now? Like, because you do design, obviously, studios, you do homes.
So what House of Cindy is we are a wholesale manufacturer. We actually cut and sewed pillows and make poofs and do all of our production in-house in LA.
All American made.
All American made, so
Amazing.
all American made, sourced within 10 square miles of my design studio. That's like my major focus.
Yeah. Forgive the people in the background that are talking while we're trying to do an interview, but go ahead.
We focus on high-end made to order products. So everything we do is we cut and sew these 5 days a week in our design studio. Yeah, so it's everything's made local. And then we focus on, like, this is our Topanga linen.
Topanga linen.
It's our Topanga linen, named after our fabulous Topanga. So this is 12
Topanga
ounce.
Canyon?
Yeah, 12 ounce.
I love Topanga Canyon. Julie Park is from Topanga.
I'm local girl, so I like everything is like kind of like, inspired locally.
And Topanga Canyon, by the way, for those of you that don't know, and those of you that live in LA that haven't been there, it's very earthy. You feel like you just landed in Colorado. With the Birkenstocks, and everything is sustainable and like organic and vegan, and I love it.
Well, there's an energetic vortex up there, so you really feel it.
Yes.
There's actually a lot of creatives over the years have lived up in Topanga.
Yes.
Because it does foster like that
earthy, like organic
nature, connected to nature.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, we focus on linen, eco-friendly, everything like cotton, linen. Everything we do is natural fiber, biodegradable, cradle to cradle.
Wow.
You can tell our product because on the back we have just our natural linen, and then this is our label on the back here. That's how you can tell our pillows.
Sounds
and
beautiful.
then really, what's so important, I don't know if anyone knows this, but what's inside your pillow is so important.
Is it feathers?
To your health and well-being. It is white goose down feathers. So it's a high quality fill. Yeah, fancy is right. You definitely want to cuddle with this at night.
Girl, yes. I have a couple girlfriends. They might be watching because they follow me on Instagram, but two of my girlfriends who are like major designers. Like they design a lot of celebrity homes and stuff like that. I'm gonna hook you guys up. Okay. Because I know that they're always looking for pillows and high-end stuff. Because your stuff is high-end, girl. Like there's come on now, this is high-end stuff. Yeah. So you need to have a little cha-ching, cha-ching. You need to have the bag, okay, to buy some of Cindy's stuff. So I'm going to set you up with some of my designer friends.
That would be so amazing.
Because I think
really
they can use your stuff for sure. So I think we're going to bring Jennifer on, unless you have... Do you want to say anything else before Jennifer comes on?
No, I'm good. Yeah. So Jennifer is my new assistant. I just hired, and she's in charge of our social media at House of Cindy. Yay. She's doing a fantastic job. Yay. We've had like all kinds of great response in the past 2 weeks of our new TikTok. We've just set up a TikTok account.
Nice.
Like how important is that?
I love it.
Hello.
Come on in, girl. Come sit here. Look at this beautiful queen. And she's wearing the right colors for the show. I love it. They didn't even know that they were going to be on. This was a total last minute thing because I wanted to feature you because you were so kind to come and like do all of this for us. So I was like, why not? Let's have a whole interview. So this is your first time doing anything like this, right?
Yeah, this is my first time doing anything like this. Although I did during the pandemic for like 2 years, every Friday. Oh, so this is my Feel Good Friday. Oh. So every Friday I would go live. This is like, I'm on episode 30 of my Feel Good Friday, but I would go live on a Friday and I would just talk about feeling good because the media was so negative. I felt that I wanted to elevate the environment with a positive conversation. So I did Feel Good Friday.
Can you give us a 30-second Feel Good Friday to the camera?
No pressure.
No pressure. I feel good.
Welcome to episode 30 of Feel Good Friday. I am sitting here on the set with Welcome to My Clubhouse. It's the premiere of Welcome to My Clubhouse, and with Colón, who I just met on Clubhouse last week, and I was like, she talked something about getting pillows, and I was like, I can do pillows for you, and she's like, really? And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah.
And here we are 2 days later.
That's the one thing I can do, definitely.
Incredible.
So it's such an honor and a pleasure to know you. And thank you for being so generous. Aren't they amazing, Jennifer?
Yes.
We were
such a warm welcome.
We were just saying earlier, they're so nice.
Well, girl, if we're gonna be friends, my last name is pronounced Colón.
Oh, so sorry.
So a lot of you. So listen, my whole life, Colon. Teachers don't know to put the accent mark. It was colon.
Oh.
And they're like, Sally Colon. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she just said Sally Colon. It's Colón. There's an accent mark above the second O. So my family is originally from the Canary Islands of Spain. And then my parents were born and raised in Puerto Rico. So I am Latina. So my last name is Sally Colón.
Gracias.
Like Colón, like man's Colón. I gotta get your last name. Tell me again.
Ciskowski.
Wow.
Polish.
Ciskowski. Yes, of course. I was gonna say Ukrainian or Polish. Ciskowski.
There you go.
Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Ciskowski.
Mrs. Colón.
Mrs. Colón. And then we brought Jennifer. Jennifer is, what's your last name?
Pike, P-I-K-E.
Oh,
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. And Jennifer
like
just started with you how long ago? A couple weeks? Brand new.
Like a month and a half.
A month and a half.
Yeah.
And you're doing the social media and you're helping with tell me what else?
Pretty much everything. Like, she took me along and we've just been doing a bunch of creative projects like this, for example. It's been fun. We've been doing social media. We made a TikTok account. We've been getting some traction on there and it's just been fun.
Wow.
Just figuring out like new tactics on how to bring on more people. It's a great job.
Do you need a part-time job? Because you're a social media girl.
I'm a freelancer.
Listen, if you know, honestly, we were just talking about today. She has somebody in mind. We're gonna have a conversation with her first, but we are looking for an intern. We're looking at an intern. We're not paying yet, so maybe you're too expensive for us. But we are looking for an intern to help us with social media and different things that Angie and I are putting together right now. So call me. What do you like better, the social media side or the design side?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I like incorporating them into each other. So I love doing the design, I love being creative, and I love coming up with new ideas, especially with other people. It's just like fun to bounce ideas off of other people. And then I like posting the work. So I like both of it.
Okay, so I need to know, because people need to know, what is the trend right now on Instagram and TikTok and all the different social media platforms?
On Instagram, it's definitely Reels are like the thing right now. If you're not doing Reels, you're not doing Instagram. So, and posting like shorter videos. So that because I feel like a lot of people don't really have that super long attention span right now, thanks to TikTok.
Yes,
so short is better. Like, cut out all like the extra stuff, like what's important. And then for TikTok, oh my gosh, it changes like every day.
So what would you, wait, let's cut back. So what would you say short? Is it 3 seconds? Is it 5 seconds? Is it 10 seconds?
Yeah, okay, so really what you want to do is you want to pick an audio that's like trending or an audio that's fitting for your video.
That's right.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to make that as short as you can. Fit the audio and don't like pick super long audios. I would say like 5 seconds is the sweet spot. Because whenever people watch it over and over, it's really engaging and it helps push it.
Ooh, and here's how you know if it's trending. I just found this out the other day. If there's an arrow going up. So instead of the music sign, if there's an arrow going up, that means that song is trending. Thank you. I learned that just recently.
Of course.
But okay.
It's a great tool.
But here, Jennifer, here's what I want to ask, because everyone's up in arms right now about Instagram is turning into TikTok. Do you agree with that?
I do. I feel like there's a lot of backlash from like all the Instagram being like every other app.
Yes.
But they said that they were gonna like revert it back to old Instagram, just being like a photo sharing app.
I mean, I like the Reels.
I like the Reels too.
I'm enjoying the Reels. So you know what? All of you people that are pissed off, go somewhere else. Okay, we like what is happening right now.
The Reels are like 650% more effective.
Yes,
they're so effective.
So can I chime in on this?
Yes.
The reason is because the influencers are not getting money now, because the influencers would get paid for single posts and visuals, and so now the influencers have to make reels and they have to make video.
So I'm one of those influencers that gets paid on Instagram, but I'm getting paid only on reels. So if reels goes away, my bag goes away. So we need reels to stay there.
So that's what all the controversy is about. So that's why there was all of the up in arms a couple weeks ago. Instagram said it was going to cut back, but you know, Instagram is Instagram, so
they're going to make their money. They're getting their bag too, trust me.
Yeah.
And Reels is working. Sorry.
Reels is working, people, okay? So all of you older people that don't want to do it, you can go back to Facebook where all the older people are. Okay. Notice I don't go on Facebook even though I'm older, but I don't care. I'm staying on Instagram. So how is this working out so far? Are you enjoying Jennifer? Is she doing a good job?
Jennifer's doing a great job. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. It's like my long-awaited assistant who can just like do everything. Like, just like she set up our TikTok and do like all of the things I need done. It's really great because she's very receptive and she's got a great mindset and she's really positive. And that's what's really important, as for an assistant or an employee, is that they're open to learning and receiving and coming up, like just even with their own ideas, saying, I think we should do this or I think we should do that, because I'm that kind of boss. Like, I'm not going to come in and tell you, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, I want your collaboration. I welcome her collaboration and her creation, because I want her to grow and learn.
Yes.
Yeah. It definitely like helps me grow as a person too, just career-wise, being like, okay, I have the opportunity that Cindy's giving me. How can I take her product and elevate it in my own style, but together? So it's like showing me how far I can take things, which I really like.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
So we have, how much time do we have, producer Angie? We're 10 minutes? Okay. This is saying low battery, so somebody just needs to press a little button so it doesn't show that anymore. And then I think we'll go like 5 more minutes. Producer Andy, cool?
Okay.
So I wanted to ask Cindy, because we were talking about being in the shallow end and like having this great, fabulous idea. And then you start, like tiptoeing in, and then you get in the deep end where like you run out of money, or, maybe your idea wasn't that grand, or maybe people aren't really inspired by your thing. But you went all the way into deep end and you kept going and you created House of Cindy. In moments where maybe you got a little bit scared, maybe you ran out of money, maybe you were like, I don't think this is a good idea after all. Did you ever have those moments?
Of course.
What did you do in those moments? Because I want to inspire entrepreneurs, especially women, single women, moms, single moms that are out there saying, I want to start something like what you're doing or what I'm doing, or what would you say to them to stick in there? Like, what did you do to stick in?
It was a real learning lesson. Like I had arrived I'll tell you about one trip. I arrived in Marrakesh because I wanted to go, and I'm single, and it was Christmas time, and I'm like, I want to go to Marrakesh. I had no money to go. So I went to Marrakesh. I had just enough to like get me there, right?
And then once you get there, what do you do?
And so I was like, I had enough to get there because I went there on a buying trip. So I didn't have a lot of capital to buy.
Okay.
And so I was there, and then I started to, I was like really tense. And so I started to listen to this meditation every night. That was a meditation on how to be a millionaire. And I would listen to the meditation at night, and it would relax my body.
Right.
So that's the key to creating wealth, is to actually relax and not be in tension and not be in stress and not be in fear and not be in lack.
Just relaxing.
And scarcity. But just relaxing.
Scarcity is a good word.
Not just relaxing the body. So I did that, and then I ended up selling on that trip like $10,000 worth of rugs.
Wow.
So I just flipped $10,000 worth of rugs.
Amazing.
And got cash and went home, and and it was just like that. I don't know, just those kinds of moments where you really just have to have faith in yourself and your vision and your dream, and you don't lean back. You actually lean
forward,
into it.
lean in.
And just when you think you're, it's like you have to step out onto that invisible bridge. It's like Joseph Campbell talks about the hero's journey. And that is the hero's journey, when we just step out and we keep going and we keep believing in ourselves, and we get past that fear that's inside of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm getting from that for everyone that's listening. Hopefully you guys listen. To lean in, and Brene Brown talks about leaning in as well.
Yeah.
But it's going all in. Going all in. So you can't just go halfway in, because your fear is going to pull you back. So even if you go like 75%, still that fear is going to pull you back. You have to be all in.
I'm a creator in my industry. I'm actually a creator. And so I'm always spearheading like the next look. So everyone's always copying me. So I'm usually like 5 years ahead.
Go, girl.
And that's because of intuition.
Yes.
I use intuition. I'm an intuitive designer. I use intuition in every decision I make in my business.
Right.
And that's something that you can't learn in school.
Right.
You can't, no one can teach you that. Like, you have to like connect with your own self, your own soul, and you have to know yourself.
I always say you can't be yourself if you don't know yourself. Yeah. So that, to me, a lot of people don't even know who they are. So we're gonna close this up right now, but I wanted to give you guys, if either one of you guys, the final word, or let us know where people can find you, so that if they're interested in having you come and partner with them on design, that would be fabulous. Tell our audience, Instagram, TikTok, everybody.
House of Cindy LA. Thank you so much for having us. This was really fun.
So houseofcindy.com.
Houseofcindy.com.
Houseofcindy.com, or on Instagram, or House of Cindy LA.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love you guys all. Thank you so much for being with us on Amazon Live. Make sure, did you guys see all the good Sally's favorite things?
Yes, amazing.
Amazing.
I can't wait to
Getting
read
that
this
battery
book.
pack.
I can't wait to read this book, Women Like Us. I'm so excited to see the film and to read the book and to really know more about you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, as a creator and a filmmaker, and just like knowing who you are in the world, and then what you give back and what you do for other women, and just probably people in general.
Thank you.
How you inspire and elevate others. It's really such a wonderful gift to have and to give.
Thank you. You have it too, girlfriend. You have it too, girlfriend.
We all have it.
So this is Women Like Us. For those of you that don't know, it's a corresponding book to my film, my documentary called Women Like Us, that right now is being licensed around the world. They just translated it into Arabic.
Wow.
So it's in the Middle
amazing.
East, it's in Australia, it's in London, it's in Portugal. I'm so excited that people are watching this film, and then we're getting ready to sign with a distributor to get it up on a streaming so that everyone can watch it. And I hope you're inspired. Moby gave us all the music. He's featured. The former First Lady of Kenya is in it. Sherry Shepherd, who just got her own show on Fox, who's a good friend of mine. September 12th, make sure you check out my girlfriend, Sherry Shepherd. I'm going to promote that until the show starts. But we have a book as well. This is available on Amazon. All of these books are available on Amazon, including Tim Story's Miracle Mentality. Make sure to pick up your charger. Hello. If you need to charge your car, forget your neighbor. You got your own charging station. But so many things. Check out the carousel. Make sure to purchase some items today. Buy them for your family members, your kids, your uncle, your brother, your cousin from North Carolina, whatever. And I thank you all for joining. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Cindy's Instagram. Thank you, Amazon Live. I am back. We will see you next week with my guest, Brian Rader, who's works at Warner Brothers, the entertainment executive, and he's going to be right here on the couch with me. So make sure you tune in next week. In the meantime, thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Thank you.